3,
Hello.
2, 1.
Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to a new week of the Mardox Daily Live Chat, coming to you every weekday, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's nice to have you here, and we ask that you please do three very important things: subscribe, like, and comment on the video channel, especially the comment part, because we'd like to know what you think and what you would like us to talk about, and so on and so forth. So, welcome to the show. At the moment, we have Nelson, who is breaking things and hurting himself, and Joshua Alexander, who's always in the background to correct us about techie stuff. And,
If he's actually there.
What?
Huh?
He's there in spirit. If
Doing
not.
something right now.
So, John,
Yes, sir.
I gotta ask you a question, buddy.
Ask away.
Does your opinion matter, or is this a matter of opinion?
It's very good. That's very good.
Yeah, stop talking about the window there.
Ah, shit, I did lock the room.
Hey, Coach Lady.
Nelson, you need a life.
I have a wife.
I said life
Oh, life. Oh, okay, I didn't hear that.
and lice. Anyway,
Life. No, we're not talking about lice. We got in trouble for talking about that yesterday.
hi John, hi Josh.
Hello, Belinda.
It's J and J,
Everything's falling down. My world is falling apart around
including
me.
your pants, but we're not going to go there.
What?
Nothing.
I just put my headphones on here and someone talking about pants.
Yep, never mind.
Okay.
Just for the audience
Yeah,
to know.
keep it clean.
I said everything. You said everything is nice, including your pants, but we're not going to go there.
Yeah, okay, yeah. No, because I didn't hear anything because it was like dead. And then when I switched to my headphones, there's about 5 seconds of nothing until it decides to connect and go.
I like your brain activity.
Because
Kidding.
what
Love you.
is with the comments? Jesus. Welcome to the Monday Kindergarten Show, everyone.
You looked at me first. I'm telling.
She cut in line.
You can walk into that.
Bam.
We're professionals here at Mardox.
What, you guys go ahead and talk. I'm just going to play Xbox.
Okay, I'm going to go play my walk-off game. Like I really have time for any of that.
There's one person watching people. There's somebody out there watching us. Why? I don't know.
Probably what's his name? My fan.
Fugly.
Fugly.
Fugly, you so ugly.
My fundy Fugly.
Okay, so does our opinion matter? Why did John want to bring that up? And then I got do-it-yourself life after that.
Do it yourself.
DIY life.
Okay.
We'll talk about it after. First, you got to talk about why do you think your opinion doesn't matter, John? How long have you been having these feelings? And do you feel like you matter?
Oh, am I being psychoanalyzed now?
Yeah, now you're being, what do they call that?
Let me lay down on the couch, take notes, and you tell me all your life story.
Yeah.
So, there goes Belinda. Her day's shot. She's going to go lay down on the couch now.
Well, it depends. Who's going to be my psychiatrist?
John.
Okay.
You know
Yes,
what?
I would rather John be my psychiatrist,
Yeah,
not you, Nelson.
Yeah, because I can be a psychoanalyst, not a psychiatrist. I don't have a license.
No, you would drive me to do something. No,
I
I'm kidding.
probably have seen more shrinks than everybody here combined.
No,
I have gone to counseling and stuff when I was younger.
No, I officially can say I spent 30 months with them.
Here at Mardox, all the crazies gathered
Yeah.
together.
I have seen more shrinks and psychotic head shrinks than anybody here.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I have. I know. I've been there, done that, and I can show you the address.
Yeah.
People are gonna say, "What the hell is he talking about?"
Nobody loves me. Nobody likes me. Nobody cares.
Yeah, you know they made a movie about me. What is it called? It was really short title, Psycho. Okay, Johnny, seriously, buddy. Why do you feel you don't matter?
No, that's not the point. The reason for the topic is that sometimes we value our own opinion way too much. Because sometimes we forget that in some cases, it is our opinion. You see.
Did you give out your opinion about bandvertise.com, which happens to be our website, and somebody said it's a piece of shit? Did that happen? And then you got all upset and got triggered, and then it felt that your opinion should have mattered there?
Is that what happened to you, Nelson?
Yes, it is.
Is that why you asked?
Yeah, it is. It's what happened.
Really?
Yes.
Well, my opinion is gold. My opinion matters.
I talked with somebody on this weekend, and I said, if you want to get your website started, and it is going to fit with what you're saying, John. If you want to get your website started and get some free traffic, go to bandvertise.com, get a banner set up. Belinda, your keyboard, Christ, Jesus.
Oh, I tried to sneak it.
And I told the person, go to this website. It's free to use. You simply copy the code over and run the banner. Person went to the website, and while I'm on Skype with the person, not 10 seconds after the page came up, if the page even came up, says, "Oh, I've heard about them. They're just a big scam." And no, I'm not kidding. And I had to sit back for a second and say, "They're a big scam, are they? Do you know who owns them? Oh, it's some site out of some country and blah blah blah." And I said, "No, it's not." No, I'm not. And I told them, "It's my website, and I just opened it." And I had to show them the domain registration, and then they had to come out. Then they had to come out with, "Oh, it must be another website with a similar name."
I don't remember seeing anything with a similar name.
No, I know. This is people that will say the negative.
When I first saw the website, I was thinking, is that similar to the Jazzercise thing?
Jazzercise. Thanks, Josh. Thanks for linking us up to the worst product ever made. Is that the one where they prance around like horses?
I have no idea.
That Jazzercise. There's that one where the lady goes around prancing down the street, and she is some sort of aerobics dance thing.
Mm-hmm.
And my opinion matters because it's not just a matter of opinion here. John's like, God, I wish I was young again and be spot on with everything. No, but okay, everybody's entitled to your opinion. And does your opinion matter? Yeah, I think your opinion does matter. Big deal. A lot, because if somebody were to say, let's say it was somebody else telling this person, "Oh, go to this website, sign up, it's free to use, it's real simple," and then that one person says, "Oh no, I've already been there, that's a scam."
Mm-hmm.
It's an opinion that is unfounded, and you've just now made another person believe that a site that's brand new is a scam.
Okay, now remember, the question is, how valuable is our opinion?
Well, that's what I mean. How valuable is it? I think it's really valuable.
That person gave a crappy opinion, and he gave an unqualified opinion, let's say that.
Yeah.
And so the value of that opinion was zero. But maybe somebody else would hear it or get wind of it, and without researching it, they would listen to that person, and so on and so forth. And the reason, you see, because sometimes when you're in certain internet marketing forums or rooms and groups and so on and so forth, and programs and what have you, you'll be talking about maybe a particular thing, right? Like you said with the Bambertise, right? And then somebody will have an opinion about it, which is okay, and then those who share the same opinion will start talking like their opinion is gospel.
Yeah.
And then someone will chime in with a different opinion or with leading towards something else, and they will basically try to make that person think that is irrelevant or it's useless.
It is irrelevant.
Huh?
I'm just kidding.
I love when people throw this around because they're taught to do this.
Mm-hmm.
They want to show you their opportunity or whatever, and they're like, "I would like to know your opinion. I value your opinion." When really they don't care about your opinion. They're trying to get you to join or buy something.
Or that when you sign up, I love when people do that, and I give them my honest to God opinion. Your thing's a piece of shit, crap, junk, scrap. Throw it in the dumpster, light it on fire, and run away as fast as you can before the cops get their kind of product. And as soon as you tell them that, they get all offended. I don't understand.
Or in my case,
I wonder why.
I don't understand. I could have said it any nicer.
Or in my case, get this, in my case, right? And I had the perfect opportunity for this to happen quite a bit because I'm a business mentor and coach. So I give generic training. I'm not affiliated with any one particular company.
Okay, keep going.
Screw you, Nelson. Anyway, at least John cares.
I need to know what to cut out.
No. In the case of, like, if it's one of you guys and you really want me to look at something, that's different because I know you guys actually want me to look at something.
Yeah.
But and if it's good, I join. You know, you see me do it. But
I can't get you away.
Fight me anyway.
We tried to keep Banvertise so secret for so long. It just. Oh, well, Belinda's in.
Of yours, Nelson. Anyway, and I say that with all the love of my heart. Anyhow, so basically,
it's an empty heart, isn't it? It's pretty empty in there.
Like your head. Anyhow, echo. No. Anyway, so basically, sorry. Okay. Okay. You stopped. Okay, I'm trying to be serious here. Okay, so basically somebody will throw me a link or want me to look at their site. Now, I do reviews for a living, so I naturally, even though they're probably not being sincere, I try to give them benefit of the doubt, and I naturally, go ahead and look at their site, and then I review it for them, and I tell them what's good and what isn't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I give an honest evaluation of it, but I name the good and the bad. But because I tell them, would you like me to help you succeed? And they're like, they'll either get upset sometimes or they'll, if they're sincere, then they'll take my advice, and not be upset. But a lot of them get upset if they just want me to join, or they'll continue and say, yeah, I want you to help me. I want you to join. I'm like, I don't join the business. I have my own, but I can help you grow yours. Because that's what I do in my own business, is to help you succeed in yours. And, then they get upset because I didn't fall for the bait.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, but I do get some people that, honest to God, want me to go look at their websites, and it is just junk. Sorry, everybody. That wasn't me. That was the thunders of my daughter upstairs who just decided to drop something. That probably picked up really loud too. Was gonna say, dang, it was so heavy, hit me too. They'll ask me I think about their website, and I give them my God honest opinion. And a couple things happen, including they no longer talk to me anymore, or they ask me, well, how can I make it better? And I get this overwhelming feeling of, I don't think I have enough time to explain. Because it's that bad, and it's like they want your opinion, but you they don't want what you honestly want to give as an opinion.
Yeah, some people like their ears tickled. You see.
Yeah, that's it. But John, I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know if you came across a situation where you had to give your opinion and something came up.
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
I just see like in the different like Skype rooms and stuff like that, and people talking about different aspects of internet marketing, and then you get these opinions and stuff, and you get everybody on the side of one opinion, and then somebody comes in with another opinion, and they're outnumbered by the people with the former opinion, even though the people of the former opinion don't know much about the counter opinion that you're giving me.
Right.
Like if you're talking about
so in other words, it's not really opinion. It's more like a misconception or
No, it's because it's like let's say a particular traffic exchange. It doesn't matter.
Let's not label any names. Like, I don't know.
Don't you dare.
What you thought I was going to say legacy hits? What?
Nice.
Why'd I do that?
Now, what do you like using a particular traffic exchange, and a lot of other people like using that traffic exchange, and because they have these features and those features, and then someone else chimes in and they say, yeah, well, there's this one traffic exchange, and instead of using this one feature that does blah blah blah, they use this different feature, and it works a bit easier. And then the others will be like, nah, this one's, this feature is just fine. Why would you need to use something else and blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
and so on.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know what, kids? Here's what it comes down to. Don't ask for our opinion if you really don't want it.
Yeah, or it's like you need to leave room for other people's opinion as well.
Yeah, yeah. And be open-minded. You got to be open-minded. I mean, like Josh says things like, oh, WordPress is great. And I try to be open-minded and thinking maybe it is actually great. I had to get that one in there. No, but be open.
Yeah, we only got 30% market share, so
Yeah, that's not enough to count.
Sad.
I mean, that would be an opinion of matter.
Opinion of fact. We got the stats to prove it.
Yeah, I know. Just kidding.
Because it's like, if, for instance, like the Windows Linux thing, right?
Oh, no. Don't go there, John. Don't go there, buddy. Linux rocks.
Yeah, the people who use Linux swear by Linux, you see? Yeah. And then you have, well, I don't know how many people actually swear by Windows, but you have people that prefer Windows. Because
in our religion, people who are not Linux, we try to convert the ones from Windows because we understand those people in that Windows religion are, they're not, they don't know any better. They're like primates.
Wilderness.
You know what?
And then you have the ones that
you don't want to live, do you, Nelson?
Hold on a second. Then we have the lower lives that really need a lot of help. The ones on Mac. We have to raise them to the level of Linux and show them the way. Yes, boys
and girls, we equally offend everybody here at Mardox.
I thought you were going to say people in the lead business.
Yeah, but
don't even give him any ideas.
Now, there's a whole phone side of things.
You really don't like having friends, do you?
No, I don't.
It's overrated, right?
Yeah. Hey, have you guys got my copy of the Book of Linux?
Yeah, I use it to hold up my coffee table.
It's on CD too. And if you get the Book of Linux today, we'll also send you the DLC. This is going so good.
Do we get a Linux cup too?
Yeah, well, no, you got to be in it for 6 months. You got to stay with the religion.
Okay.
You got to have faith. And I'm saying this all because when people go from being Windows users and they go to Linux, I always say you got to take a leap of faith. It's not the same thing, but it does work really well. You got to make.
You are right, because especially we Windows users who are not like programmers and techie people, right?
Yeah.
You only know what you heard about Linux, or that, okay, this is that other operating system.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you hear stuff like it's open source.
Yeah, it sounds scary.
It sounds scary.
Yeah.
And people are afraid of something different. It's like telling a person who learned how to drive with an automatic car that they all of a sudden need to use a stick shift.
Yeah.
And
no. They got to go to using a joystick controller. That would be nasty. No, but you just said something I hear from everybody when it goes from Windows to Linux is I'm not really a programmer. You don't need to be a programmer. This interface,
no.
10 years ago, you needed to be a programmer. Now it's a lot more like using your Windows interface. It's a lot closer.
Here's the question I always ask everybody when they say, well, Linux is only for programmers. I'm like, what kind of phone do you have? Android?
Yeah.
Okay, just saying.
That's it. It's Linux also.
I'm not aware Android is Linux based.
That's it.
A lot of people don't know those things,
Yeah.
And
And it's funny. In 2017, I'm seeing my provider that I buy my computers and stuff through on payments. They're now selling the computers with Linux already installed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're starting to do that now, and that I'm finding it's like finally.
This is good.
Yeah, because now I can get a hard drive with Linux. Okay, it's not the version of Linux I want. They usually send it with Linux Mint or something like that on it. And it's not the same as Ubuntu. It's still Linux with just a different operating interface. And and that's another thing too with Linux. This is all my opinion, by the way. It's nice because you get these different
valuable.
You got Linux as the core layer, but you got these interface, what they call the GUI, the graphical user interface on top. And if you don't like Ubuntu, you can go to Linux Mint. Josh, what are other ones? I know Mint and Ubuntu.
If you're doing pen testing, Kali is like king.
Yeah. Any other user-friendly ones?
If you're doing developer stuff, if you actually do code, Kubuntu is actually a better choice sometimes than Ubuntu. It's Ubuntu based, but Kubuntu has all the IDEs and everything built in.
Yeah, that's it. One person, I'm not kidding you guys, I'm not shitting you, his screens are all touch screens.
And of course, Debian, if you're familiar with that.
Debian is Red Hat also, it's more server. But this guy has touch screens with no mouse, no keyboard kind of thing. He made his Linux run just like the Windows, the screens on Star Trek.
Really?
What they call LCARs, the Library Computer Access and Retrieval System, LCARs. And those buttons that you see and the way it's all colorful and everything changes, he made Linux look like that. And like, oh, wow, that's insane. So,
yeah, for the Mac lovers, you can make Linux look like that.
Yeah.
For PC lovers, you can make it look like that.
That's it. That's it.
The advantage of Linux is you can make it do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's it. You got full control over it. That's it. But going back to opinion, yeah. Windows users, that's a perfect example. Windows users have this opinion that Windows is #1 thing in the world. And then you get the Linux side going, Linux is the #1 thing in the world. What are you talking about, you Windows losers? And then you got all the Mac people going, you guys are all losers. And because we paid $1,000 for my phone, therefore mine's the best. Why would I pay why would anybody pay $1,000 for a phone that has an X on it? So yeah, there's a lot of opinions out there, but not very many.
It's okay. You see, the thing about it is,
there's only one opinion that matters. Yours.
That's mine.
Not really.
The thing about
Whatever you feel comfortable with, use.
I'm gonna be right in the view if I do that. Oh, I'm not muted. I got my T-shirt on.
You are such
I
a
didn't know.
dingleberry.
No, she wanted her phone. Why is it there?
It's my phone holder.
Holder. Oh, it's the holder that's there. Okay. Gotcha. 10-4.
This for work.
Yes. Good job.
Some days he's actually smart.
Huh?
Some days you're actually smart.
Yes, I am. I am always smart.
I said some days.
Always, some days.
At any rate, it's okay, if we have a strong opinion about whatever.
Well, what is your opinion on this? That if I'm wearing shorts during a broadcast or not?
Anyway, John, how are you doing?
Where's that disclaimer page there, John? You should have one that says disclaimer needs to be 13.
Have a drink before you enter Mardox.
Yeah. Or pay no attention to Nelson.
Why do you guys think the camera never goes lower than here?
Because we want to keep our audience.
There's Mardox. Yeah, I got up. Was it two shows back? I got up and I went and did something and came back and sat down. I didn't realize someone watched and they sent me a Skype message going, "Hey, nice shorts." I'm like, what? Oh, I got up during the show. Not good.
Well, at least you had shorts.
Yeah, at least that, yeah.
Exactly.
Could have been worse for everybody.
I tell my wife I need extra long T-shirts. Anywho, what's your opinion on that? Leave your comments below.
No comments.
Okay. Have a strong opinion about something, but leave it open for someone else to have an opinion about something else.
Where is it? When does it not become okay to have a strong opinion about something?
When it deals with something, I don't know, immoral or maybe dangerous.
My opinion. Here's one, and you're gonna love it, John.
Okay.
My opinion, white people are superior.
I can't believe he actually.
No, but that's what I mean.
Wow.
It's nice to have a strong opinion and go with it, but we also have to be careful that those opinions don't hurt other people's feelings. Sorry, John.
Yeah.
You know what?
Bye, Belinda. Even Josh is like, oh shit, I'm gonna mute myself. I warned you. I warned you guys, and don't you dare let your wife hear that I said that.
You're lucky I'm in another room. I'm in my office today.
She's not gonna let me in when I come see you. She's not gonna let me in the house.
Oh, she'll let you in, all right.
She's gonna be like you. She's gonna be like, you racist Canadian bastard. You can stay in the hallway.
The hallway. Shit, you gotta get the porch.
Yeah, I gotta get to the porch. She's gonna shoot me. She's gonna pop a cap in my ass from 4 stories up. You do live on the 4th floor, right, John?
3rd floor.
3rd. Oh, it's close. Oh, Jesus. But no, but that's what I mean is some people have opinions about something and they're in the extreme and they're wrong. It's not something. I find a lot of people have opinions about stuff, but they're too stupid to realize that their opinion is actually affecting or harming somebody else's way of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, like presidents and politicians.
There you go.
They screw up everybody's lives.
And they have an opinion that they think their opinion matters, huh?
And no matter how stupid it is, they get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Like the new law they passed that's just screwed the shit out of not only the rich, I mean the poor, but the rich.
What's that now? Not neutrality.
That one too.
Yeah, that one too. Okay.
But the in addition, the new tax law says that companies that pay tuition for their employees, the employee now has to claim it as income.
Yeah, but it's not an income. Oh. They paid it straight to the school.
I understand that, but that's not the new rule here now. The way it was before is the employer was paying it, and it was considered a business write-off for the employer, and there was no taxes for the employee because it's a job-related, requirement.
Oh man, you guys are heading for.
You have to pay taxes on that schooling now.
You guys are headed for a civil war.
Yep.
And these are the things. These are the things that the average Joe don't know about because they are not motivated enough to fully examine all of these things and they listen to what they are being told by these folks, and yeah, it's ridiculous. It's really, really, really ridiculous. And another thing about it is, it's like when you you don't always see logical, educated arguments on the other side of the issue.
Nope.
They'll say, "Oh, that's stupid," or "Yeah, they're stupid."
Well, let's be honest. The one side says government will make you rich. We're going to use all of our resources to help you get rich, which they don't have the resources to do that.
Yeah.
The other side says, well, we don't think the government will make you rich, but we'll prove that it doesn't work. And they prove it because their shit doesn't work either.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like, we both y'all put the hell up so we can actually get shit done.
Well, they tell you stuff. They tell you stuff like
they couldn't have named them better though. If the opposite of pro is con, the opposite of progress is Congress. That just proves they were thinking about the name ahead of time.
Yeah, there you go. Or it's a massive coincidence, conspiracy. No, but it's true though. It's true. These are people.
Create progress. You have to get rid of Congress.
Yeah. But these are people that do have a preset opinion about something and thinking they're going to do better for everybody, and it often does not wind up helping anybody except for themselves. And this is
exactly.
And what's so kindergarten about it is that nobody from the other side, no matter how good of an idea it might be that does not conflict with the idea that they have, it's a bullcrap idea because it's from the other side. It's so kindergarten, I mean, yeah, whatever.
Oh, you just said bullcrap.
Did you say bullcrap?
He said bullcrap.
That's a nice
dude,
part.
You must now repent. Number 102. That shall
Oh
not
my
say
god.
bullcrap.
Okay, you know what? Oh.
Belinda one day is gonna like, screw this. I'm out of this.
See, but that's the nice polite phrase.
Shall we talk about opinions of religion? we're gonna have a date. We're gonna have a trigger day.
This is gonna be a very opinionated show.
Yes.
We will not go.
You mean this is something different than normal?
We will not go down. We will not have a fight. No, we will not go down without a fight.
It's like, okay, let's stroll back to the topic.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, hold on now, Mister. I run the show. In my opinion, we were on topic.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Go ahead. It's all yours.
It's like the classic argument in the internet marketing world. You have people who swear by traffic exchanges, and you have people who swear by safe lists.
And they're all wrong. I'm just kidding.
I'm a hypocrite.
Yes, they are.
I'm a hypocrite because I'm designing one. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
it's always to profit you. Kidding.
You have people that swear by the one and swear by the other, and sometimes the one
And swear it all together.
Let John speak.
Sorry.
Doesn't have much good to say about the other, and there's no room for like, okay, well, one can use them both, and use whatever gets you results.
Caveman Web is going to be the better one.
If you're a traffic exchange owner and you don't support other traffic exchanges, it's probably a dumb idea because you're basically telling people that your model sucks too.
No, that's true. Yeah, it's not a good idea to use just one model. Like I use Traffic AdBar, and I use other systems out there too, but I don't exclude any because I don't think everybody is on every one. So,
of course not.
Yeah, so there's a lot that I don't use because I mean it's just repetition. I mean, there's one person out there right now with 30 traffic exchanges to her name. I think that's just insane. It's like as soon as I find out they're owned by her, it's like, what am I doing? You know. But I like using the unique ones with the unique standalone concepts. Like Traffic AdBar uses a points ladder. What do you call you know? And then I'm trying to think of the other ones that I use. I'm trying not to say hit leap because I'm trying to not use hit leap anymore. It's got to be so but again, not everybody's signed up to every single traffic exchange that's out there. You know, so there is a large pool of people to get to if you use different ones.
Yeah, sure.
And then you got the people that Josh with his opinion that traffic exchanges are complete garbage.
I agree.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I work with multiple web companies, so I'm never going to say, hey, you know, website companies suck because I'm in that industry.
Yeah, that's it. You know,
we build off of other web companies, so
you build off the backs of others. What you're saying?
I am basically the tech guy for about 30 different companies.
So you're the go-to guy when something doesn't work.
Basically, I get called when people say it's impossible.
Yeah, so I'm going to call you the next time I can't get into a website.
Or when the client says, I've tried to figure this out, and I've gone through 3 web developers, and somebody brought up your name. That's usually how my name is brought up.
Really?
That's it. That's just having a good reputation, I think.
It is.
That's actually a good thing because, there's too much out there where... well, actually, I was going to talk about what do-it-yourself life. If you want to go into the next topic, or do you have an opinion about that, John?
My opinion.
Commandment number 103: John shall say what he wants.
My opinion on that is it's okay to move along to the next topic sometimes.
Oh, okay. So that we don't all get triggered. Do it yourself life. God, people, do it yourself. I'm seeing a lot of people. I talked to a bunch.
Disagree with that.
Well, yeah, because you want the money. Yeah.
No, it's not just because of that. It's also because of the fact that I don't do a lot of stuff myself either. So, like, if it's content writing stuff, I'm not writing anything. I send it over to my friends that do content writing because that's what they do.
Yeah, but what about the stuff that you can do?
The stuff that you can do, go for it. But if you can't do it, you'll spend more time trying to figure it out than you would just pay somebody to do it.
Right. But okay, I got here over the weekend. I talked to a bunch of people, and I'm trying to bring people into our little club here. And a couple of them said, "Oh, I don't know how to set up a website. I don't know how to. I don't know where to go to set that up." So I gave them Wix. I gave them Squarespace. I even gave them Josh's number if they have money. These people don't have any cash of that level, of that caliber to pay for a website, obviously. But these people don't even want to try, but yet they want to make their money on the internet.
That's the big difference between that and what Josh was saying, because you're right. There are people, you know, you talk don't even mention the phrase learning curve.
Excuse me.
Belinda's one of those. Well, that's just my opinion.
They'll go running to the hills, you know, because this one.
I love how I do something and there's that 1 second delay between when I do
Anybody remember their book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad?
Yeah,
yes, I have the book, the video, I have the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, so in one of the stories he mentions in there is that when he was doing in one of his rental properties, he was changing a garbage disposal out and took him a week to do it before he finally called the plumber. And his plumber said had he called him, he would have got a discount on the disposal and it would have been cheaper to actually install it higher than him than it would have if he had done it himself. And that's sometimes what you have to realize is it sometimes is cheaper to hire somebody that knows what they're doing.
Yeah,
well, yeah, we've talked about that before about when and when not to, you know, when it's worth hiring, when it isn't.
Well, yeah.
Well, here's the way it is. If you have the time, then use your time. If you have,
and if you have the resources, yeah.
If you don't have either one, you're screwed.
Yeah, last summer I talked about this where we had a client that we went and changed his liner on his pool. He had the time, he had the equipment, he had the know-how. But he was missing one thing, and it's a stupid tool to change a liner. We use ropes with tent pegs and little hooks at the end, and getting the camera here, and we hook the top of the wall, and we put the tent peg in the ground with a cord in between, and that's to hold the wall in place when you take all the top tracks off and the liner off. It's so the wall of the pool doesn't go, you know, and it's a really stupid tool to use, but it's like, hey, it's a tool, right? But yeah, so this person wound up buying a liner, trying to put it in himself, damaged his wall, had to pay for a second liner because the one that he tried to put on now was damaged. He had actually put, when he got to the point of putting on the return on the side of the wall, he put it there, he cut it, he put the return on, and then continued putting the liner on. You do all that last, the liner and the bottom drain, you do all that last, you know? So you already cut the hole in the liner, I can't make it line up, you know? I can, but it requires cutting and patching and gluing. It's like, not worth it. So yeah, in that case, yeah, it actually cost him a lot more. Well, it said $400 a liner, about $800 there, plus my time. So it probably ran about $2,000. Where if he would have hired me to do it straight off, we probably would have gotten away with a small pool like that. We come in, we clean it out, put everything in, probably $900. So he paid over double. So that was expensive, yeah. But I mean, website stuff. I mean, I think everybody can do website stuff. I think everybody can do.
No, I can't. I tried. I'm good with writing, but graphics and layout, forget it. Other than basic, which you need a lot more to do than just basic. You want a good website.
I have a client that did their. She basically wanted to get rid of us and go to another company, so they did. They put her on Wix, and. Ugh. She just contacted me again to redo the site. After they got rid of us, they wanted us. Now they're wanting us back because they realize that, you know, we can do more professional things than they can do. So
see, it's not for everybody. Like that. That's where my handicap is. It's not.
You're at too. I mean, if you're just doing basic sites, you may not need somebody like me. But if you're doing more complex stuff, you may need somebody like me.
But if you're a professional and you get to a part in your business where you need to look more than basic, unless you have that skill, you know.
Yeah, but you have the money for it. That's the thing. The people I was talking on the weekend don't have that kind of cash. They just don't.
But there's also catch-22 because if it looks like an unprofessional site, they're going to not take you seriously sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's
that's the problem.
So then where does somebody start? Like, oh, I don't know. Let's say John, who has no cash, no know-how, sitting at home on welfare.
He has zero cash, or he has some cash.
John is going to.
John, would you like me to kill him now or later?
I mean, hey, does he have at least like $10?
Okay, let's say John has $10. John, do you have $10, John?
No.
No. Sit.
Well, then they're screwed. They can't even buy a domain name.
You can't even buy. No. They can. They come to Nelson, and you say, I want a domain name, and my stipulation is I'll register it, but I own it until you're ready to buy it from me. And it gets expensive at the end.
You don't care, Nelson. You're just a shyster. Kidding.
Yeah, no.
I mean, the reason I say that is because there's white label programs out there that you can do and just forward the domain to it, and people
Yeah, been there, done that.
done for free.
Well,
and
our
they
the membership
start
site,
promoting it.
the membership site software that I'm still working on, but is being used right now as we speak, is going to be pretty much drag and drop and go. So yeah, theoretically, somebody could start a home-based business, a membership site, with what I'm providing for, like you say $25. You know, a domain name, SSL key. You know,
I mean, there's some free white label resellers out there that I remember one I used to be a part of when I was beginning in the industry, because I don't do computer repair stuff.
Right.
And they had a white label for computer repair stuff, where it was like $150 for the computer for a year.
Yeah. But is it?
They would pay you like $60-some per sale or some shit.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you're reselling a person's service.
Yeah, I was reselling their service as a white label reseller. So it looked like my site. It had my logos. It had my domain name, but it was their site.
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
Yeah,
the accounts.
Yeah, that's it's a business plan that you could follow.
Yeah.
I white label my ringless drop thing.
We get going.
I tried doing that once as a masseuse.
Yeah, you would never make money.
No, I've done white label software and stuff before, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
I wouldn't set something like that up for myself as a web designer or anything like that, because I've always got the problem of the person goes, yeah, I'm going to make money, but then they don't know what they're doing. Kind of like what Belinda's situation with the person recently. You know, didn't know what they're doing. But that's only a theory.
Free white labels out there that I've known and one of them is for like computer repair type stuff for remote repair work.
Yeah.
One of the largest ones is probably Expedia. They have one of the largest white labels I've ever seen.
That's a travel agency.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go over there, white label your own travel agency for
really?
free. No, all day long.
Okay. Now you see, I wouldn't go to somebody else other than Expedia. There's a problem there. It's like, yeah, sure, there's all these other ones, but I'm going to go straight to Expedia because I already know Expedia. It's kind of like
exactly. That's why Expedia is so big, because they got all these white labels.
there is a phenomenon on the internet right now. There's about 800 to about 1,000 search engines that exist on the internet, actual search engines. There's between 800 and 1,000 right now, real ones. There's about 8,000. There's 8,000 sites that call themselves search engines that they're on a list of search engines list. But what person came to me the other day and said, "Can you set me up as a search engine?" I said, "Yeah, I can, but why? Doesn't everybody go to Google?" You know,
here's the thing: what if you're trying to beat Google at the game? Oh,
if they can, it's great. I mean, I can do it. And I gave my price, and he kind of not called me back. So I don't know. You know,
it doesn't take much to build a search engine.
Well, actually, it is. It's called load balancing. You got to think ahead. You can't just set up a search function and say, "Here, we're going to search." On MySQL, when you hit 10 million records, you're going to start seeing problems, especially in the updating.
Well, I'm aware, but I'm saying as far as the languages and programming, it's pretty simple at the beginning.
At the beginning, but again, you want to think ahead because their beginning is going to be way past in a month. You know, you want to be able to make sure that it's searchable on a scale of 1 million searches.
It's the same thing with like traffic exchanges, right? Because
no, search engines are not like traffic exchanges. I had to say it.
Everybody and his brother are out there selling traffic exchange scripts, encouraging people to start their own traffic exchange.
And everybody and my cousin is not falling for it. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, Belinda's just selling them on it.
Yeah, okay.
Your cousin did fall for it because we haven't seen her in a while.
Oh, Fabi, she contacted me the other day. She's been so busy.
In your opinion?
No, it's as a fact, unlike you know.
Yeah,
go ahead, John. Sorry.
We can't talk about facts today.
At any rate,
wow.
At any rate,
go ahead, John. Sorry.
You can do it, John.
I'm trying to gather my thoughts again.
Oh boy, it's gonna take forever. Kidding, love you.
You go, girl. John ends the show and he's like, "Oh God, finally it's over. Why do I put myself through this?"
It might be easy to start a traffic exchange, that in itself might
Why
be.
did I have a feeling he was going to break out into a Cheetos commercial, and it might be easy being cheesy?
You know what?
Okay, guys, let him talk. Because now we're at the 5 times now.
You're gonna drive and start drinking. Is what you're gonna do.
Okay, go ahead, John. Go ahead.
It might,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I have to make another sign that says "Help me." Anyway,
He'll be slurring his words as he's explaining things.
at any rate, it might be easy to start a traffic exchange, but it takes a great amount of responsibility to keep one running, and if you want it to be successful, there are things that you have to do other than throwing up the script and inviting people to join it. And people realize that like way too late, you see, and that's part of the problem.
This is Josh saying, "Oh, I gotta go. I got a phone call." And we should have a phone ring pretty darn soon. Yes. No, it's true. So you're referring to people taking traffic exchanges and just throwing the scripts up, and then the script just sits there. People sign up to it because it's self-automated, self-runs, but it doesn't. There's nothing more to it.
Because I talked to a person today. I talked in a whole different industry. And they were asking about autoresponders and things like that, if anybody knew a good program. I gave them a couple of suggestions, and they said, yeah, okay, I have to stick to free things for now. And I said, yeah, free is okay, but you have to be careful because they have their limitations. And they said, well, okay, they only have, they're just starting to build their list, you see, and they only have this one site, But the point is like you were saying before, Nelson, you have to plan ahead and you have to think big, because without realizing it, you might run up into a wall with a free service that you didn't know existed until you needed it.
And a lot of free services out there, they'll let you run, or you get a free script, but you put on hosting like at HostPapa, which has happened to me many times before I got my own server. And it might be a $200 to $300 a month fee to pay, but what a difference. I mean, literally, I can do what the hell I want on this server as long as I don't exceed my bandwidth, and if I do, it costs me more, right? But there's nobody there to say, oh, you're maxing it out, I'm going to shut you down, And I've been on HostPapa, I've been on DreamHost, I've been on GoDaddy, I've been on quite a few weird ones with the name Daddy and Grandpa and Papa. It's kind of weird now that I think about it. It's like, oh yeah, come on over to our search.
Oh no. Oh please.
We'll let you sit on our servers all you want. John's gonna go nuts. I gotta create an old man black one where he goes, yeah, word. And
John, I am on behalf of everyone here, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, don't worry, Belinda. I'll come up with the one that goes, how?
Yeah, you just don't want to live, do you?
No, I don't. No, it's equal opportunity around here.
Now, how much hate mail do you actually, or hate comments do you actually get that you get rid of every day on YouTube?
No, I don't get many. I might get some today. I apologize in advance, everybody. Blah blah blah.
And you can tell how sincere he really is.
What were we talking about? You do want to think in advance and think ahead. Like I said, I've set up a search engine called Nice Search. And thinking like, it's a script. Here we go. Put a database up. And I think we got like 100,000 website submissions in a week, in the very first week. At the time, everybody wanted to submit their websites to everything out there. I then, in the second week, contacted Exploit Submission Wizard, which their site's still up, but there's no more software. There's no more resource there. And I asked them, I said, guys, can I add my site to your software website submission software? And it takes about 2 weeks. They look over your site. They ask a lot of questions. There's about 40 questions in terms of technical stuff, what kind of server you're using, how you're hosted, what's your bandwidth like. And a guy called me back and he says, "Are you sure you want us to add you to our list of search engine sites? Based on what you got, you're going to be flooded." And I'm going, "Well, go for it," And yeah, a day later, you plug this in. A day later, our hosting company shut us down for having too many hits per second. Wow. So you really do have to think ahead. You really do have to have somebody that's going to be there to do that. And it gives me an idea. I do want to set up a service where you can come in for free, get your own, very own, like Josh says, white label search engine site. You can brand it, label it, do everything, but we do all the back end stuff. That I would love to do. And I think there's an industry there for people that want to become search engines and move forward, at least get started and not have to worry about the bandwidth, the disk space, the type of servers, all that kind of stuff. We do all the engineering behind the scenes, and that could be something we set up in 2018. Who knows? I know John wants to become his own search engine.
Why not me? I want to be everything. I'm Queen Belinda, darn you.
John's going to pull out his business card. "Hi, I'm the CEO of this search engine site."
There's only one Queen Belinda.
I think everybody really wants from a search engine.
There is only one queen, darn you, and it's me.
Yeah, okay, you're the queen. We got you.
Okay, Josh, again.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Josh.
There's only one thing I think people want from a search engine. They want to be able to sit there and search and be able to exclude sites from the search.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want to be seeing Wikipedia every damn time I search something.
Yeah, see, and Google is not good like it used to be. I don't care. I'll say it because I do SEO for a living, and I can tell you right now, I don't even rely on SEO like I used to because Google screwed all that freaking up.
There's a couple functions, actually. The search engine function
There's
might be
this
something
thing called search operators.
That's why I found other ways to get targeted traffic and targeted leads, but it isn't through just like Google, like the way it used to be.
Unless you understand search operators, you're going to have a hell of a time finding stuff in Google.
Well, I know how to do searches, but it just doesn't do the average person any good because most of them aren't going to be, I'm going to do this search, that search. You know what I mean? Like most people don't even take the time to do these deep searches just to find what they're looking for. We want easy, user-friendly.
Who is? I mean,
I go to Google. I go to find business, for example, in the cybersecurity sector. All you got to do is say hack by, search that, and you'll find hundreds of sites that are hacked by somebody.
Did you guys log into Mardox and see the banner about the stop hacking?
No. I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet? Oh, okay. There's a banner up there for the Canadian government, but they're talking about how to help stop hacking, and it's a little banner that says sudo./stopallhackers.sh, and this little cursor sitting there, and it's like, if only it was this easy. It looks good. And it's like, if only you could just type in "stop all hackers" there. And
that's the thing too. It's like, I mean, people who know SEO, there is a small workaround to at least search what you're looking for. But you as the advertiser, that's a whole nother story because some people think, and I can understand why they think this, oh, well, if I can find this, then I should be able to be found. But what they don't realize is finding something, if you know what you're doing to find that needle in a haystack the way Google has their platform now, and actually being the advertiser in Google are two separate entities altogether because animals because of the fact of how people are finding you versus how you're finding something.
Hold on, because you're comparing apples to oranges here.
That's what I mean. It's apples and oranges, exactly.
I'm going to explain it here because Google's not that bad. Their platform really is good. There's a lot of good things, a lot of bad things. But what Belinda's referring to is when you put a paid ad on Google, you got to think now. Every ad, every website trying to be advertised on Google's AdWords, imagine it's a ping pong ball. All of those ping pong balls you could fit into a 45-gallon barrel. There's not that many of them compared to the Mount Everest of websites that want to be on the first page. Now imagine Mount Everest the size of ping pong balls. So there's a crap load of them. There's millions. I mean, we're up to what, 1 point something or 2 billion websites indexed on Google, I think. It's a huge amount. But everybody's trying to get that first page, and that's what's going on right now at Google. Is everyone wants to get that first page, and I don't see anything wrong. I know if I'm going to mention this, and I'm going to get hate for this. Forget about the white comment I made earlier, about the how comment I made. I'm going to make this comment. I'm going to have people saying you're stupid for thinking that. Search engines, a lot of them do it. You want to be listed on the first page? Pay $5 a year or whatever. Pay an amount, and you're going to be listed first. And yeah, there's your money to host your servers, your bandwidth, your data. You could sell advertising. Somebody wants to be on the first page, let them pay for it. There's a lot of people out there that are willing to do it.
Yeah, but I'm not even talking about just paid. Even the free traffic that takes a while to generate if you're just starting out, you know, to get organically seen.
Yeah.
Even then, it's like chaotic. It isn't as organized or anything like it used to be just a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm mainly referring to besides the paid stuff, you know, which is another story.
Yeah,
if you know how to find something, you can still find it. But for you to be searched, because most people may not look for you the way you might look. You see what I'm saying? And so they're going to be among so many other BS.
Yeah, but now you do a search for, let's say, apple pie. Well, anybody who's paid to be on the first page, let's say $1 per site, for the word apple pie as the keyword, they will show up in the first listings of apple pie. You will find exactly what you're looking for, instead of how to put apple pie up your anus. Literally. Literally.
And you look for stuff like that, don't you?
No, but seriously, let's go look up apple pie.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah, why would he mention it?
No, but there's some weird crap out there, and I'm finding Google's got more and more weird stuff. I was looking for a command the other day for programming, and I could not remember what it was, and I had to search and search and search until I found what it was. But it was like I got so much other stuff that's recent right now, but it's like, no, this is something that's 10 years ago, and it works well. But it's so old and so passé. It's so far down the list, regardless. You know.
Interesting.
But that could be a whole thing. Maybe all four of us should get involved in doing a whole search engine platform. And hey, everybody,
that'd be cool.
Everybody comes in and becomes their own search site.
The only problem is that we have to compete over big guys like Google. I mean, that would take a long time to really get out there.
That's a misconception that Google's that big. There's to have 8,000 search engines out there.
Here's the good news: no matter what you think, as long as you start something that Google likes, you're gonna buy you out anyway. So you're never gonna finish what you do. You're just gonna sell it to them and walk away with a big ass check.
Yeah, that's the other option if that's what you want to do.
That's what I would do. Be like, sorry, y'all, I ain't accepting y'all $200 million. Yeah, right.
But that's what.
Sign the check. I'll be here.
Yeah, that's what they did with YouTube, right? I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they bought YouTube and for $2 billion, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
You wanted to buy.
Offer me $2 billion. I'll see whatever the hell you want.
They wanted to buy Snapchat.
Yeah.
They wanted to buy Snapchat?
They wanted to buy Snapchat, but they said no, thank you. Snapchat.
Because Snapchat knows something's bigger down the line for sure.
They were planning ahead, and they were looking ahead, and they evidently.
Who owns Snapchat now? The same people or somebody else?
I think the same person who started
Twitter or Facebook.
I'm not exactly sure.
So some people would refuse to go to Google and sell to Google because there are people that are against Google altogether.
Yeah. The thing that you were talking about before about paying to be listed higher and stuff.
Oh, here we go. Here are the complaints. Okay, go ahead.
No, that's part of one of the arguments that are out there, because some people get frustrated, like when they search for something, they just want like an honest listing.
Yeah.
Right.
With no paid ads.
And these people who have paid, of course, they get listed first. But, that's not an honest listing. That's like who had the most money was able to get their name on the list.
Right.
And something else that's frustrating in speaking about that is when you search for something, like you say apple pie, right? And then the first 5 or 6 results is an advertisement about, like you said, it has nothing to do with apple pie. It has something to do with
apple pie scented toilet paper.
Yeah, or Bye Bye Miss American Pie, the song.
Oh, I gotta
go. Bye Bye Miss American Pie.
Don't demonetize us. Don't do that. Don't go there.
But you used to be able to type a question in Google and come up with relatively good results that get you near what you're looking for. These days, you can kind of forget it. You know, and I hate when I get results that has nothing to do with what I asked about, especially when I asked about a particular product. Uh, you know,
You mean like apple pies?
That's what we're looking at. The perfect apple pie recipe. Apple pie, the best, Ricardo. Apple pie recipe. I didn't write recipe. I just write apple pie.
okay.
Old-fashioned apple pie. Apple
You
pie.
don't wanna-
Hey, wait a minute. What about Apple Computer? I mean, I know they had pie.
No, that's Raspberry Pi.
No,
Wrong
no,
one.
no, no. Apple had a product called
No, that's Raspberry Pi you're thinking of.
Apple Computer put out something called the Apple Pie. It was a stack of Apple computer boards all put together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then somebody else came along and said, okay, now I'm going to call the Apple Crate. Because if you do Apple Crate, give me a second.
Why don't you type in Apple or iOS Apple Pie?
No. See,
Or
Apple,
macOS.
the Apple Crate, the Apple Crate doesn't even come up. Hey, this
That's
is
because it's Apple Crate.
yeah, but it should have come up.
It ain't coming up, dude.
See what I mean? Just generic searches don't bring you anything anymore. The Apple Crate's a
It's like
store.
when you're doing PPC campaigns, and I explain it to clients the same way every time when you're talking about negative keywords. The easiest way to describe negative keywords is to use furniture stores. And you describe nightstands, and you tell them, okay, so we want to search for nightstands, but we don't want you to have to pay for the word one nightstand.
Yeah.
Gee.
Yeah.
So we want a negative keyword on the word one, so that it's not associated with the nightstand.
Okay, this is starting to bug me now.
Otherwise, you get paid for clicks, and you're not. That's not what they're searching for.
What I
There it
hate
is.
when-
There it is, guys. Right here. Here's the Apple Crate. It's a whole bunch of Apple IIe computers all stacked together, and it acts as one computer. This is something I used to use when I was a kid. I would pay people to buy their old Apple computers, and we built something like this. This is nuts.
Wow. It looks interesting.
Yeah. Well, look what it looks like beside the computer. That's what we refer to as an Apple Crate. Now I don't know why it's. I don't know why. It's,
I think it's cool to be able to know how to do something like that. You know.
No, John. Be honest with yourself. Don't lie to yourself, buddy. You want to be like me. But there's nothing else that John's like, oh shit.
Delusional much?
What?
Delusional much?
Oh yeah. Hey, they wrote a song after me. Fly Like a White Guy.
What? Or a movie, White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah, White Man Can't Jump. There's another one. What's another good song? Santa Claus.
I can't believe I'm actually even involved in
I
this.
can't believe it's not butter. Duh. Of course it's not butter. It's all chemical. Oh wow.
Yeah, I'd like to see you on the I Can't Believe It's Not Butter commercial, Fabio. That would be a hoot.
Oh my God. Oh jeez. Okay? Yeah, we broke the barrier of 1 hour. Can we just like?
I think we tortured the people enough of whoever dares watch this later.
So what? So just a recap. Do you guys have any opinions on doing it yourself in life?
I have a few for you, Nelson, but we'll talk about that after the show.
After the show, on the after chat. Tune in tomorrow while we release the after chat.
As you can see, Nelson was pulling up the apple pie so he could do it himself.
Yes. There was one time on video I did that, and this time I pulled up the search first, looked at it, then I brought it over and brought you guys in. But I actually pulled up.
We do not need to know what you do.
No,
on videos.
no. I'm not going to say what I did, but it's a word, it's a term. Nobody. Well, it's real simple. It's real simple. Somebody said the word swamp butt. And I went and pulled up the browser. I didn't know what swamp butt was. And I typed in swamp butt and brought it up. And OMG, never again. There is some pretty nasty stuff to search for. And yeah, Google was really bad at one point. It was bad for bringing up pictures that you don't need to see right away.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And no, don't go searching for swamp butt in Google. Not good. Okay, John, do you wanna do your magic?
See, not really.
'Cause John owns the show. John, we sold the show to John. You know that, right?
John Bon
Yeah,
Jewish.
we
Oh,
did it.
sorry.
We did it on Friday. We did it on Friday when you guys weren't listening. I sold everything to John and said, "Here, John."
Oh, I'm glad you weren't hearing that one. Then.
It's why John doesn't have $10 to his name now.
He didn't hear me, did he?
Nope.
Yes, I did.
No.
Oh, Nelson, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Constantly.
It went over his head as usual.
Constantly.
At any rate,
Gotta
thank
go.
you for tuning in to the
I'll be there.
tuning into the Mardox Daily Live Chat. And yeah, as we can see, Josh just ran away from us because he had enough. No, thank you for tuning in once again
What
to
a
the
what a
Mardox
loser.
Daily Live Chat. We come to you Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we ask you to do 3 very important things. We ask you to subscribe, like, and comment.
Too much coffee.
And
Too much coffee.
be cool. So thanks for hanging out, or thanks for listening to this later. And,
You're welcome.
yeah, he's had too much coffee. You know,
And
maybe
I haven't had enough.
too much coffee in the Mardox cup.
Yeah, that's
And
And I didn't have enough.
at any rate, thanks a lot, and catch you again tomorrow.
God bless and goodbye, everybody.